So this was my first real job with the Iconic CNC. I had originally bought it without the Dustboot, and then I decided before I started getting going on it, I was going to try to make my own, that I thought I'd get the one that fit it. But I noticed halfway through my job that this thing flew off because this little bar flew off, and this was inside underneath the boot, so I didn't really see it. This flew off to the side, so I don't really know if it even damaged my blade or not, but that wasn't very, hopefully it didn't. That would be a really crappy thing, because it would be like a $20–30 blade or bit. Anyway, just thought I'd share my experience with you. I don't know how this thing goes in there, but I guess I'll be figuring it out. So how this thing goes together is this piece of metal goes in here, and then this little bar wedges it in place. I can actually stick it in there and then pull it out. I don't know. I think there's a better way to do this. So I'm kind of disappointed in this thing for as much as I paid for it. I mean, this whole getup was $199 plus the hose, so I don't think it's worth $199. I think you could easily build one better, but I just didn't want to have to go through all that mess of building one in CAD and trial and error. I just wanted something done. So just keep that in mind when you get this, that you may want to check these fittings, maybe pinch these closed with a pliers. I did know that when I first got it, this little metal piece was sticking way out, and it was actually beyond the point where this little pivot point, so I couldn't even right there, I couldn't open it all the way to even change the bit, so I had to take a screwdriver and tap that little pin back in there so that this thing was even functional. So maybe just a little quality control issue, but just a couple things to keep a note of, that you may have problems opening it because of this pin. Pins may fall out in the middle of a job, and your dust collection may get clogged if you're cutting kind of wood that chips a lot. So 3 things to be forewarned of. So my solution, I think I'm just going to put this over my vise like this and give it a slight bend. Just a slight bend like that. That may even be a little bit too much. Let's knock that back a little. Now I'll slide it in there. Hopefully this bend in there will keep pressure on it. So let me do that next. So I think I'm going to jam this back in here, and then now that I have the bent pin, maybe I can stick it back in there like that. Let's see. Oh, that feels a lot better. Oh, I should check the rest of these. That one feels snug. This one is going to be a problem, I bet. Oh yeah. Alright, let's do the same process with this. See if I can get this thing out. There we go. So, I bent this thing down a little bit. So it's kind of got a little Z shape, little S curve. Stick it back in here. And then this baby. Oh yeah, that's better. Alright, let's put it on the machine and see what it does. So it seems to be okay. I checked the blade. It doesn't appear to be, I mean, I can't tell from here without taking it off, but everything still seems to be pretty sharp. So I'm going to cut the job that was my next job with the real piece of wood, and just see what happens. So I'll let you know if anything else falls off of it.